Morning.
Hello.
How are we?
All good.
Good. And
There
he's
you go.
here.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you, John?
Oh, good. I've been in the car. So I drove an hour south, and then my son bought a car, and then we drove back.
So you drove an hour south and an hour north.
Yeah, and made it back to the starting place.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Always a good thing.
Yeah.
So he bought a Volkswagen Golf. So we don't know whether we're going to call it Mexico or America. Yeah, you can decide.
Oh dear.
Yeah. 1 minute 41 seconds that took.
Well, I didn't realise we were live, so no more politics.
Oops. Anyway,
On that note, Dieter's come up with a really good idea.
Oh, shut the fuck up, John.
Dieter's come up with a great idea, I think.
Huh?
Kind of. He's come up with BVC bingo. So if I come up with a bingo chart of different stuff that happens regularly in the live stream, like John talking politics, shut the F up John, things like that, Benji barking
and me singing.
Yeah, put them onto a bingo card that put it onto the onto Redbubble, so people can print it off as like a big glossy sticker, and then they can use a whiteboard marker to play along as they go through the live stream. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Dieter's getting the job as our ideas man, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So
we've got the Krankenpanzer today.
Oh, yeah.
And I have caught up. I spent all day yesterday catching up after my day off last Thursday. I've now caught up to where you guys are.
Yes. I've just got to flip my map back over so it's on the right side. I've only just got in from the hospital, so I've not had a chance to set everything up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Kay's had her ECT. Woohoo!
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. I'm glad she's back on it again. So,
well, she had her MRI back and it's come back clear, so she's allowed to have it again now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, dear me.
Gary, do you want to show us before we do the chat? Do you want to quickly show us what you've managed to catch up with?
Well, the mighty Krankenpanzer is all
cranking along,
done on the inside. I'm toying with not putting the second stretcher in. I may just have the one in because the second one apparently goes on top of the first one, but nah, I don't think so. So I've done all that, and I have done some work on the underside of the top canopy.
Nice.
At the top of the hull. Now, what I have done, and I think, I thought better of it, is because I want to do the engine exposed, I've put the hatches up like that. But I think in reality, they would fold all the way over. So what I'm going to do in a minute, is just put a little bit of extra thin along the where I've glued it, loosen it up, and then just flap them right over.
Yeah.
In fact, what I'll probably do is I'll take them off so I can paint it and then put them back on again.
See, I want to show the engine, but I also want to have that red cross on there as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but the red cross, as we were discussing yesterday, Beverly ICM have done it in two halves.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to do it hatches open. I know it'll be on the underside, but it'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think more or less, I think you said to me it was up to stage 65 you'd got to, and I am now about to start stage 66.
Cool. Well, whilst you guys start, I shall go through the chat.
All right.
Are we ready, Modest? Julian, Hagrid, Darren, are you okay? I'm first for once. Morning, all. I actually made the first comment. I actually made the first comment less than 10 minutes after Uncle Dragon posted the scheduled issue, which was way back earlier this week. Yeah, I think it was Sunday. Darkside says, and with only 15 minutes till the stream starts, Modders is the only one in StreamYard. Yes, I was busy. I was stuck behind an old guy who decided that in a 60-mile-an-hour zone, he was going to drive at 40, and then when he saw the 40-mile-an-hour sign, he was going to slam onto 30.
I didn't have the link, so I couldn't join you, unfortunately, Modders, because I wanted to join you and apologise for not joining you on your stream yesterday.
What we might have to do, Modders, is if you're in and I'm not in the morning, then if you could send these two madheads the link, just in case I'm late or something. That'd be really helpful. Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people.
Good day, Duke.
Yes.
Hey, Duke.
Well, it's better than what I call you. Tish says, morning, folks. Welcome and enjoy the show.
And don't forget to lube and subscribe.
Yes. Dieter says, lube and subscribe. Joe says, Joe. Good morning. Morning.
Hello.
Julian, morning, Dieter, DSSM, Duke, Tiff, two of you. Are we blessed? Joe. Tiff says, no, Julian, I forgot I was on that account. Julian says, lol. Look, no hands. Woo-hoo. Blackheart says, beer o'clock here. Nice.
Oh, God.
I shall be having a beer with Gary later.
Oh, yeah, you've got the Gary stuff thing tonight, haven't you?
You haven't got your box of wine out, have you? Yeah. Yes, live stream with Gary. And I have no idea what the kit's going to be. Mystery box. Julian says, good morning, Mikey. Good evening, John.
Yeah.
There you go. I've removed remove the engine compartment doors.
Oh, that was easy. Well done.
One of the beautiful things about extra thin is you can just run another bead along and it loosens everything up. So if you need to.
She says, did he christen the car by hitting something on the way home?
No. Fortunately, because it's not insured yet. He only just bought it.
You drove it home without insurance?
Well, you know. It was
naughty.
Day.
For John is a Webble.
Yes. A criminal.
It's going to be insured in the morning.
It wouldn't have helped if he'd had an accident on the way home, would it?
No, but nobody ever has an accident on the... oh, cripes. Yeah.
Joe says, that's funny, John. Black Hat says, John, call it Tarif. Joe says, in the US, they call the Volkswagen Golf a Volkswagen Rabbit. No idea why. Because they like toys. Dieter says, well, my bingo card is almost full. It can't be almost full because we've only just started the stream. It's not fair if you start it the Discord. That
doesn't roll over from one stream to the next?
No. No. Dieter says, laugh out loud, Tiff, or did he get rear-ended?
No.
I'm just going to mute a second.
Yeah. Julie says, excellent news regarding Kaylee's MRI. Yeah. She's happy now. Dieter says, Oshita Golf, DU. And DU equals down under. There we go. Dieter, great to hear about Kaylee's results. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Amateur Model Making says, hello, you wonderful people. Hello. AWM. Scott says, hello, everyone. Is John muted? If only.
No, I'm just shutting up.
He says, Julian ponders, yes, that is an odd squeaking noise. I must oil that clockwork. Anywho, no, I forgot what I was pondering. Okay.
Not my chair. My chair doesn't squeak.
Jim says, Good morning from Chicago. Good morning, Jim.
Morning,
Hello,
Jim.
Wait Rose says, morning, troops. Good morning, Gary.
Morning, Gary.
June says, good morning, Jim Striped Skunk. Jim says, hello, Julian, Mr. Evans, and all the usual suspects in chat. Julian, morning, Commander Evans. Julian, Webble or Weeble, Gary? I get that.
I think I'm a weeble because I wobble, but I don't fall down. Well, that's not actually true.
You do if there's a patio door involved.
Yeah, so let's just move on. Nothing to see here.
He's a wobble without a
Dieter, I would say John was. I would say John was a smooth criminal, but it does not compute somehow. Jim says Benji. Julian says hi AWM, and AWM says morning Julian. Julian says no Gary, the squeaking was my pondering, not your shiny new well-oiled chair.
Yes.
It's not just oiled; it's got axle grease and everything in it.
Yes.
It's posh.
And it even shows you where your buttocks have to be for optimal performance.
Yes.
Well, no, it hasn't. It just leaves an imprint of your ass when you stand.
Kerry Ann lubed it with the grease of 1,000 whales.
Yes.
With the tears of a million
virgins.
Now they're our breed.
That's very rare.
Having dated a woman from Salford.
Moving on, nothing to see here.
That was a long time ago. Before I even met Kay. Okay, so H12 and H11.
I don't get this. H12 and H11?
Yeah.
What stage are you on?
67.
Have you done? You've done 66.
Yes.
Where the F in H do H14 and H13 sit?
Right.
Because
I shall show you now once I've taken the tape off this.
the art of modern technology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. So if I zoom with the help of technology.
Figure 8.
Zoom. All the way in. And then focus.
Focus.
They sit there.
Ah, right. Okay.
So they sit flat against the outer wall.
Now that's interesting.
So if you look, you got a little lug that fits over the end, a little cutout in it, and then it goes up to
I've got it wrong way. That's why.
Yeah, because that bulkhead bit, that frame, goes through that slot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
Problem solved.
Proper job. I had it round the wrong way. That's why. I had my indentation at the wrong end, and that make your eyes water.
That's not be good. Oh, more sticky tip.
Some more sticky back.
We have more comments. Yes. Dieter says, Mikey, I know you read the comments later, so my bingo post was proactive. And you cannot say some of the items on it have not been checked now, can you? Well, no, I imagine so. Jim says, I think I went to school with axle grease. Good. Phil says, morning all, still not at the bench yet, but getting closer. Got the new Airfix Jag. Call me right in the right direction. Ooh.
Yep. Bit jealous.
Looking forward to seeing the Mod 35 Stolly.
Oh, bollocks.
I'm so tempted to buy that when it comes out. June says,
Stolly, did you say?
This doesn't.
Yeah, the Stolly.
What is a Stolly apart from Russian vodka?
It's a stalwart. It's not an amphibious truck.
It's one of them there vehicles.
Aye. Either would explain the curvature. Dieter says, geez, Uncle Jules, that cracked me up. Gina says that answers my question. Hagrid, Botox would fill the crack. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
They feel like Tweedledee and Tweedledum sometimes. Or there's two Stooges or something. There you go. D to Julian and Jim, the three Stooges.
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to them to decide which is which.
Well, Joe would.
Oh wow.
Jim would be Curly.
Yeah, Steve's gaming's in. He says, "Hi guys, hope you're okay, buddy. I haven't seen you for a while."
Mate. How are you going? How's it going? All right.
Jim says, "Phil McCracken." Did say dibs on Mo.
Did you have issues putting these things in, or was it just my inept?
Oh, the top brackets.
Yeah.
Not no. So can you see my?
Yeah.
From the top, they just sit.
Yeah, I think what it is, it's the
yeah, that's it.
God. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
correct.
I'm having slight issues with it not butting up properly against the levers for the the window thing. So
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I shall adapt and overcome.
Good day, old boy. Right. Everyone's saying hello to Steve and Phil. Steve. Right. Oh no, that's 40. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? H11 and H12. There they are. Steve says, I'm not good. Been unwell recently, and on Tuesday I went to the dentist, and now my tooth hurts 10 times more than it did before I went. So I'm not happy, but going to enjoy the stream. Oh, well,
we will try in our own inimitable style to bring some happiness into your world.
And you sound so happy about it. We will. You know what? You sounded like a butler out of a film. We shall try in our own style. It's Simone.
We're going to today.
We will try to entertain you. Come on. June says, "Did you have issues? Gary, Mikey, and John always have issues." Oh, you mean with the kit? Gotcha. Yeah. Charming.
Now, I made a comment on Facebook yesterday about the new Jag, but I wasn't over impressed with it. And I seem to be the only person on the planet who, apart from the other Gary, who wasn't overly impressed with it.
I'm not impressed with it.
It's an amazing kit, but I'm like, no.
I'm not impressed with it, but I'm not an aircraft modeler. Ooh, now that's interesting. So that goes like that. Dieter says, I was in school with Axel Grease XL, probably related to Jim's Axel. Yeah. Jim says, I have options to be Curly or Larry. If I let my hair grow, then I can be Larry.
So, no, you can't be Larry.
Dieter says that Axel was a friend with Axel Bearings, but she got bent. Oh, dear. Junior says, was she a slippery customer, Hagrid? Steve says, good impression of Lurch from the Adams family.
You ran.
We're only trying to make you happy. Happy.
Sorry, I don't mean to come across miserable. I'm not miserable. I'm a naturally happy person.
That's only because you had a stroke.
I use humour to
mask your pain.
I use humour to baffle and confuse.
Humor. I use humor to deal with everything.
I always deny everything. Dieter says, "Yep, Julian, you couldn't twang it."
Back in the Momo.
There we go. So that's what they're for. Okay. So then rails are to put the supports in for the stretchers. For the top stretcher.
What, these rails I'm putting in now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not putting the top stretcher in.
Don't need to worry about it too much.
I suppose they're a functional part of the. They're in now. I've done them. There you go, Dave. I'll just let that glue for a bit. A22. A22.
Dieter says, "Uncle Shelfie, careful or you'll become Uncle Droopy."
You do a good special tablet for that.
Yeah. Marion keeps him in a handbag.
I take it you mean Droopy from the cartoons. Oh dear. Oh my.
June says, "If you do twang, it comes off. So best not to." I thought you go blind.
It happened on Rainbow when they played with their twangers.
June says, "Uncle Droopy, Hagrid, you may need to clarify what's drooping."
At 61, everything.
Yeah. He's an old man. It's his droopy drawers, isn't it? They always wear really baggy pants.
No,
pants
we don't. I wear
tweeds, carpet slippers, and
I wear jeans.
but old men always wear jeans that have got really saggy asses.
Oh,
For some reason.
Because I have no arse.
See, told you. 2 seconds. Phil says the only real test of a kit is actually to build it. Some kits get raved about and they're totally abused by the same person when it comes to actually building it. Yeah.
Do you know? I actually agree with that comment, and I have sort of fallen into the trap where I'm discounting a kit that I haven't actually seen myself. So I do take that on board. And maybe I should be.
Is there no way out?
Hey, what?
So he caught in a trap? No way out.
We can't go on together. With suspicious minds.
Suspicious minds.
Oh God! The thought of Marley is the thing.
Joe says, "By the way, had my first Tuesday night golf tournament. Came out in second place. Only 4 players. Ha! Darn it! No trophy. Well done, buddy. I was in 5th out of 4th." Dieter says, "Well, his shells were droopy once. They weren't droopy; they were falling.
They didn't droop, mate."
Saggy shells. She says, "Gary, was that before or after they played the James Maracas?"
Well, she was playing with Rod's twanger.
Jim says, "Thanks, Julian, for reminding me to refill my Viagra prescription." Dieter, Jim, be careful not to hold on to it.
Hey?
Hey? What?
Huh?
Where are we going with this?
I don't know, but I'm getting traumatized. I'm too young for this.
Too young
Can
for
we
this.
not just have a straightforward stream?
Yeah. Men often say that at your age.
Bastard.
Funny because it's true.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah. Mikey.
You walked into that one.
Meh, with my eyes wide shut.
Dieter says, "No, I didn't say that. I said saggy shells." not SH, Aggie. Laugh out loud and his dog droopy chair. Drew says, not model, but review related. I read one bad review of a movie, but all the elements he named, he hated, were ones I loved. So this bad review convinced me I'd like it, and I did. There we go.
Yeah, I'd rather make up my own mind, thanks.
Yeah.
I just don't know whether I'm prepared to spend the money on the kit, though.
I'm not. It's a jet.
Not that I've got any money to spend on the kit, because I keep spending money on other kits.
You'll probably get it cheaper in a few months anyway.
Which reminds me, I've still got to buy the next kit.
Yeah.
Right. Why can't I find?
Question is, can you get it in the house without Marion finding out?
Oh, I just give up trying to hide things. Well, bloody Every or whoever, Yodel or whoever's delivering that day, always seem to pick the time when I'm out at face-to-face session. So I came back on Tuesday and my daughter was here and she went, "You're in the shit." You had the delivery, which was my new Optivisor. So because my new one's broke, which is Scroogey, crying out loud.
Reviewing numbers have dropped again, which is strange.
Wow.
Sorry, my fault.
No, it's not you. I've just noticed it a lot. It's happening a lot more lately.
Don't worry about it.
No. Just wondering what we're doing wrong.
Well,
pressing the go live button is the first thing.
Well, yeah. There's that.
I want to sing.
There you go.
For God's sake.
There you go.
Sorry.
Jim says, a man in his 90s was asked about SEX, what was like at his age. He replied, ever try playing billiards with a wet rope? Dear Lord.
Lordy.
It's akin to trying to
Jim says, exactly, John.
I've decided not to do that joke.
Okay.
Jim says, exactly, John. I take my opinions from one person, me, ergo, anyone who calls themselves an influencer gets ignored.
Oh.
Do you know what? The occupational therapist didn't report for me the other day, and that's what she's actually put my occupation down as, YouTube influencer. I was like, ooh, no. YouTuber may possibly at a stretch, but not a YouTube influencer.
Mike is going to be the next Molly May.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Some,
Joe, remember Mikey? Sorry?
some YouTube influencer.
Oh.
TikTok.
Yeah. Joe says, remember Mikey, it's quality, not quantity. Well, we put 4 streams out a week, so it must be the quality that's failing.
It's
Dieter says, extra entry on the bingo sheet, Chairforce tempted to sing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sing along a Chairforce.
Yeah. Phil says, Phil, don't worry. No, God damn it. Phil says, don't worry, Mikey. They're all at the beach. They'll be back when summer ends next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Julie says, I've just thought, yes, now lie down now required. My suggestions for videos have radically changed. Might be dropping subs without me knowing. Well, I know I've lost a lot more subs than what I'd normally do over the last few days. Yeah. Tiff says, you are a content creator. Yeah. It just says it could be quiet because of the nice weather. It could be.
It's also the beginning of the month as well.
But, yes. But if people could share the streams and stuff on their social media, that would be really cool. That would help. So,
I just realised I haven't done.
there goes. Huh? Gary, you're
It was a
annoying little
made-up
sod.
tune in my head.
It was
I know.
delicious. I enjoyed it.
Ooh. Now then. Tiff says YouTube might have had a purge, unsubbing people who haven't engaged with the channel for a while. Yeah, it might have done. May well have done. Probably have, to be fair. Jim says you still have your core followers, i.e. the usual suspects. Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we've got Jim, and that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Absolutely.
The views of this guy are not necessarily the views of the other, more influential people.
Yeah. So, by the look of it, Gary, if you don't want to put them racks in, well, you need to put them cross pieces in anyway, H12
They're
and
in.
H11.
Yeah.
Right. But if you don't want to put the stretcher in, you can put H17 in instead, which is the stretcher folded up.
Yeah, I've just seen that. So I'm going to...
Okay, I was going to do both. Is that a mistake?
No, you can do either. You can either do both or you can do one folded up.
No, but if I had, say, both set up and the one folded up near the top, is that...
Oh. Well, if you look at how close it'd be to the top, then
Yeah,
it probably
but it's
wouldn't-
it's on the driver's side, not the commander's side. So...
Well, I mean, I was thinking of doing something similar, so... I mean, I'd imagine they'd have more than two stretchers. They'd have a spare one.
At a stretch.
Ooh. There isn't room for 3 made-up stretchers.
No.
Not with that attitude.
Oh.
It's looking cool anyway. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I like this.
I'm painting my folded up stretcher before I sort of continue putting the things on the inside.
Oh,
so good.
my dad sent me some photos today of what you can see off the balcony of the boat, the ship.
I was going to say, where is he in the world now?
He's floating down a river going past Serbia.
Very nice.
Right.
I'll show you some of the pictures because they've not got him in. It's just.
So did you say he's on a boat or just floating past Serbia?
he tripped and fell in the river at Chester, and he's now in Serbia.
That's one of the rock faces that they went past.
Oh right,
Oh, crikey!
that's a bit.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gordon's alive.
Alive.
That's one of the buildings they've just gone past.
Cool.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Very. Wow.
Mm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I need to do some. Right. So H7, H17 is
What's
HG and Q.
Julian says, Julian,
How
he
are
says,
Julian?
executive content creator is not equal to influencer. The latter isn't a real job. It's a know-nothing Egypt who people that think for themselves unaccountably believe. or people who can't think for themselves. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, pardon me. Dieter says, John folding up his stretcher. Are we no longer getting his fitness routine in the streams?
Oh, well, I'm not. My exercise ring has not been closed today. I have not closed my ring. My ring is wide open.
Oh, dear.
Nightmares.
Wait, Rose says, have you thought of an evening stream now and again for the UK, Mikey, where most people are home from work? I have, but the problem is John will be asleep and Gary would be asleep. If I did it at anything past tea time.
That's
No,
all right. You can do one yourself.
I would
Yeah.
be. It's not something I can commit to every all the time, but I wouldn't be adverse to. But as you say, we wouldn't have John with us, would we? Because
Yay!
he'd be
And the
fast
ratings
asleep.
go through the roof.
Maybe once
know.
a week or something. Who knows?
Well, once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know.
Yeah. It's something we can discuss off camera, innit?
We'll have a meeting.
Yes, we shall have a meeting of the board. Julie says, cool peeps are lubing and subscribing, 12 watching and 11 lubed. Nice. Steve says, in my opinion, content creator is someone who does videos on YouTube, Twitch, and influencer is a cancer on society. I like it. Nicely put. Dieter says, Gary, it would invite this crazy Belgian to wanting to join and supplement or stand in for John. You really want that? Why not?
It's an option.
Could be
I'm not
interesting.
averse to anything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You
June
just need
says,
to sound
Hagrid?
like, try to sound like an Australian. Yeah, g'day, Bonza Struth, she'll be right, mate, and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think you can pass.
Yeah. June says, Hagrid, do not mention fitness regimes or Mikey will mention Mr. Motivator again and I'll get nightmares. Yeah. Julian's Jim, the American Mr. Motivator. Gary says, just thinking of something that might bring more people to the channel, maybe watching. Yeah. One thing I did announce on the members live on Monday. I was trying to think when it was.
Naked modelling.
Naked modelling. No. It was that the members are going to be getting a competition starting from the next members live stream, where they have to build an Airfix starter kit if they're a beginner, or an Airfix starter kit and a diorama if they're a more advanced modeler. And I have now got judges to decide who will win. And the judges are going to be at least one half of the JMC podcast.
Oh, the tall half or the short half?
The tall half.
Oh,
for those that don't know who we're talking about Mr. Malcolm Childs, the CEO of Models for Heroes. So he's agreed to do the judging, and whoever wins will get prizes. We'll get a prize. It's only open to members, channel members, because we've got to give you something in return for your kindness.
Yeah.
So, next. Julie says, agreed, Steve. I agree with what he said as well. Deed says, added Mr. Motivator to the bingo options. Gary stuff might get people to watch other streams as recordings. Well, yeah, I mean, they're all on my YouTube channel and they've saved into the playlists. So hopefully. Yeah. And Julian says, laugh out loud, Hagrid. Because we rarely talk about the same thing twice.
On this stream?
Well, on the streams in general. The streams.
Have you ever tuned in and listened to yourself? No, you're right. I guess the topic of conversation is generally along the lines of stop singing, no politics. Actually,
Or
you know what?
just John.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck.
STFU, John. So I'm starting to see a trend. It's all me, isn't it?
It's all about John.
It's all negative. Just God, why is he here? Why do we ever say yes to this? Wow, what's that like? To quote, what is it? Bob Seger. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Brilliant line from the song.
Tish says she can't wait for tomorrow. Neither can I. Because I get to open my birthday present off Tiffers.
Oh, yes.
Birthday.
Yeah. Which should be interesting because it's rather large.
Ooh.
I can hear styrene in it, but it's a rather large kit.
Oh, cute. Okay.
By the look of
What
it.
you can't hear is the ticking.
Yes. Dieter says, Mikey, the fact I could whip up a bingo sheet contradicts that. Contradicts what? Oh, of things we say all the time. Dieter says, yes, bingo.
Excuse me a minute,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
So who would be interested in that? If I made a bingo sheet and put it on Redbubble so you can get it printed off as the glossy sticker, and you can use a whiteboard marker and play BBC Bingo when you're watching the live streams. Because they're not that expensive, even the big stickers. I think even the 70 centimeter ones are only like 10 quid. Whoa.
Everyone say hello to my friend Margaret.
Hello, Margaret. Oh, hello, Margaret. Looking good.
Lovely curves.
I'm just impressed she's not in a box.
Do you know how long it took me to decant it from the box into this old bottle?
Yeah. To decant that 6-month-old box wine into the 30-year-old dusty bottle.
Again, no way to talk about my friend Margaret.
The height of class in Australia is when you measure your wine in liters, not milliliters.
Against the wind. Oh yeah. Oh, I'd started singing, and I'm sorry. I will shut me up by having a mouthful of Margaret. I shouldn't have said that.
It says the only issue I see is everyone going to have the same options on the sticker, so we'll have everyone getting bingo at the same time. Only if they're paying attention. Normal bingo cards are all different. Yeah, true. I'll think of something.
Oh my God, she's delicious.
Who, Margaret?
Yeah, she's won awards. She has.
Oh, I'm not an award winner. I was a finalist.
Most popular girl in Gosport.
I was a finalist at the Welsh Veterans Award. Dieter says, Mikey, can you make enough variants anyways? Possibly. Dieter says, the list is getting longer as the stream goes. David Turn says, hi all, late to the party again this week. It's all right, but
Right,
it's
David.
glad to have you with us.
Welcome back. Okay, where's my? I was going to say, where's my wood? But I shouldn't have said that either.
Oh, for God's sake, John, what's the matter with
Where's
you
your
today?
wood?
I'm reaching for paint. He says with a mouth full of brush. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, John.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. happened. Doo-doo-doo.
45 minutes of your life you're never going to get back.
Yeah. Dieter says, "Hey David, no worries. We've been taking turns." Oh, shut up, Hagrid.
Oh. I'm sick of painting off white.
Well,
Well,
don't
don't paint off white.
Paint
That's
any
the
other
simple
colour.
answer.
Paint it
Literally
bloody
pick any
purple.
colour other than white. Julian
Guess what,
says,
is it?
"Mikey, how
I was going to say
How
white paint
about-
is a little off-putting, is it?
Julian says, Mikey, how about blank BVC bingo sheet and separate stickers for the options? Then everyone makes up their own card, fairly guaranteed all to be different." Yeah. Well, I'd probably have to make it with one sticker with loads of different stuff on it, and then you just cut it up or something. Who knows? Marion's having a good natter.
Marion's talking to her friend Jane.
Hi,
That
Jane.
explains it.
Oh, sweet
Jane had her carpal tunnel operation yesterday.
Oh,
So now they're having all the gory details.
Marion picked her up from hospital yesterday, but she's checking in on her today.
Yeah, well, this is it. We don't want this. Like you're saying,
Julian says,
Drop
taking
the
turns at
alcohol
who?
with the couple.
don't do it.
Mm.
Do it.
What? Hmm.
Jim says, "Blimey, will there be an extension of the Harrier group build? My glacial pace of model building still has me in the 48 Spitfire." Yeah, it's going to be ongoing, I think, to be honest. I'll just leave it in the group, in the Discord.
Uh-huh.
People seem to enjoy looking for stuff for it and things. So. And it means people can still see your work. Jim says, "Hello, Mrs. Morris."
She's gone now. She's getting ready to go to her ladies' table thing that she does every Thursday.
Ladies who lunch.
Taking Benji? Take Benji.
No.
You might not do it.
Oh, she's coming back.
Take Benji.
You know, we
She's be getting her steps in.
Hi, Marion.
She can't hear you.
Dieter says, "I'll leave that to you." Dieter says, "I'll leave that to your imagination, Julian. And yes, I know that is a very dangerous thing to say to you." Dave says, "Very dangerous, Hagrid." Oh, wait. Right, 2 seconds. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, no. I've done it the wrong way. Oh, no. It's upside down. I've done a Marley.
That's silly of you.
There you go. Just has to twist it around. June says, "Mind you, pretty guaranteed everyone will put a STFU John sticker in the first spot."
What? I resemble that comment.
Jim, Dieter said, "Jim, I am still not off on my Shah," laugh out loud, "doing the hardened air shelter in between so I can hide my model for the competition." Yeah.
Ah.
Because he's got to hide it from Nia, because Nia's one of the judges. So the competition, the way the competition can work is we're going to have 3 categories. Everyone gets entered into one of them, which is Nia, the Space Huntress Awards. So little Nia, who's 9, she's getting her own little thing to judge. She's going to have stickers first, second, and third place to award to people. And then Malcolm and hopefully James will have the other two categories, which is the beginner and more experienced modelers. And if you're a beginner, then you got to build a Airfix starter kit. And if you're more experienced, you got to build an Airfix starter kit with in a diorama. There you go. So, but that's only open to the channel members. So if you want to take part, maybe win a prize, then you got to join the channel. June says, enough with your steps, you show off. Laugh out loud. June says, sorry, John. It wouldn't be a first, of course. That would be get on with it, John. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it finished
Do
yet?
you know what I could have? Yeah.
I saw that on another stream, I think. Is it finished yet? I don't know.
They're stealing our content. The swines.
What happens to successful influencers?
Don't call me that. How rude.
How rude.
I've never influenced anyone. Everyone is responsible for their own actions. I've certainly not influenced Gary to buy new kits.
You try telling Mrs. Morris that.
Is that why she didn't like me anymore?
I've actually got to buy 2 new kits.
Does she know?
No.
She may well do.
I might have a look and see if King Kit have got any and go up there, because I've still got my my winnings from the horse racing in October.
Jim says, is it finished yet? I think that's the first phrase related to our very own John Marley. Yeah. Tiff says, well, that's bull dookie. You influenced me to start scale modeling and start my own channel. Oh,
well, there you go. Yeah, you are responsible for that.
I blame you two. I'm not taking responsibility for anyone's actions other than my own.
Okay. You do that. Let's see. It's H. There we go.
Joe says, is it true that Mikey the influencer also has a fashion show live stream? If I did, mate, it'd just be baggy t-shirts and jeans. June says, kinky. Gary, what sites are you? Oh, King Kit.
They're gone are the days when I'd even think about something like that.
Poor Marion.
I don't want that. I want starter set. Oh, that's not a starter set. Oh, that is. Oh, no. No, it bloody isn't.
I'm sure.
Why am I looking at this on the stream? I should be. Let me go back to the stream because I should be concentrating on this.
Yes.
Excuse me. Fuck's sake.
Language, Timothy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, it's more bloody off-white.
You can paint things whatever colour you want. It's your vehicle.
So H11 and H12 can be
Whatever colour you like.
9.
Don't forget, people. Ooh.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Leave and subscribe.
Yeah, there you go, John. That's one of the stickers.
Ooh, lovely. Lovely.
So, Definitely.
It actually looks pretty cool on a t-shirt as well.
What, lube and subscribe?
Yeah, look. That actually looks pretty cool.
I think I'd want to wear that out.
No.
Oh yeah, look, they've put a discount on them at the minute as well. 25% off.
25% off?
Yeah.
Lube and subscribe.
I wonder if there's and on the stickers, so 25% off everything at the minute by the look of it. Julie says, Gary's gone. Gary says, gone are the days when I'd even think about something like that. Mikey says, poor Marion, because he doesn't, or he used to, Mikey. Laugh out loud. Because he doesn't anymore, obviously.
Okay. I'm thinking too far ahead. I need to consecrate.
Dita says, added more to the options for the bingo sheet, and yes, they do relate a lot to John, oddly. Right, so I've created the stretcher, which needs to be painted before I can put it in. E23 and E24, but where do they go into?
They go into the. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Where do
So
they
which
go?
one?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. They go into these bits here.
Oh, that's what they're for.
Yeah.
Ah, they're the
Ah,
hinges.
Yeah, the arrows are in the wrong place.
Ah,
that's what I'm doing. I'm doing E23 and E24.
sounds an awful lot like an Amazon van that's just pulled up.
Oh, do you have a daily delivery from Amazon?
No, I've not had delivery for a while. From Amazon. Not for me, anyway. Julia says, consecrate. You're burying the kit, Gary.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
So, it looks like we've got the doors to do after that.
You're only supposed to.
So I might as well just paint the bloody stretcher. Cool. I'll paint that.
Oh, I don't think these doors actually hinge. I think looking at the inside face of the two doors themselves, they're not actual hinge points per se. They're just divots.
Yeah.
So the doors will have to be in one position, either open or closed. Unlike the Tamiya one where they do hinge open. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know whether to do them open or closed. Because I want to be able to see inside.
Yeah. Spoken like a true paramedic.
I was never a paramedic. I was a volunteer first responder.
So,
Hobby Time says, hi guys. Hello, Hobby Time.
A,
B,
A,
C.
C.
Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Paintbrush.
Okay.
Trying to work out.
Stretcher.
No,
There's lots
Yes.
of random words coming out of us.
Yes. You're right, Gary.
That didn't sound like the White Stripes at all.
Hey?
That didn't sound like the White Stripes.
No, it sounded more like Smoke on the Water, to be honest. Well, she's up here again.
Jim says, hello, Hobby Time.
Not the Lake Geneva.
And Hobby Time says,
shoreline.
hi, Jim.
Hi, Hobby Time. Oh, you idiot.
That sounded very posh.
No, I
Oh,
just
you
realised
idiots.
what I did, what I was doing wrong. Why nothing made sense to me.
Gosh and bother.
Golly. Golly gosh bubblegums.
Hey?
Hey?
Huh? Is the world not making sense anymore, Gary?
My world is not making sense at the moment, but it will do in a minute. Do not worry. Do not panic. I have sorted it. So they just sit there like that, do they?
Jim says, question.
Go on.
All three of you guys painting the vehicle in Deutsche Afrika colours. Me and Gary are. Of course,
Yes.
John likes to be different.
Yes, I'm going for the German grey.
So he's
As I can.
painting, priming everything grey and then painting everything grey.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, poo.
Is really.
What are you having difficulty with, Gary?
The bit we were just talking about, though, with the E23 and E24.
All right, yeah.
The instructions are way wrong.
Well, the arrows you can point to a completely different thing, yeah, but the way I look at it, the only place they can go is in those bottom hinge points that we put on a previous step and the top hinge points that we put on step 66. C7.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which I haven't put on, which I shall do presently.
Julian says, hi, Hobby Time.
White fire extinguisher. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, when did we do the wheels on this? Oh, right.
Next week, I think.
On the next page. Yes, probably will be.
So I am
Not
still
far
very
off.
much enjoying this build. It's lovely
Yeah.
little kit.
Are you looking forward to doing the camouflage, Gary?
Yeah, I am, because yeah, I am, basically.
Basically, yes, but
Realistically, no.
yes. Computer says no. I doubt that'll ever be aired on television again.
Why?
Because it's pretty much offensive to everyone.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is to all the people with thin skin.
Yeah, but you mean? I'm trying to think. So the character, what? Davy? Is it David? Dafford?
David Oh no,
Yeah.
no. I know what you're thinking of. The only, yeah.
Yeah, the only person of that persuasion in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But surely the guy who plays him is himself of that persuasion. So where is the offence?
Because people get offended by everything these days. But it's the whole show they find offensive. Because they do all sorts of daft things in it, don't they?
Yeah.
That
I
are
mean,
now
that
considered
one,
offensive.
I mean, Computer Says No was just your.
Yeah, it does another skit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same,
Hobby
was it
Time
the
says,
same show? Or was that
yeah,
IT
the same show.
crowd? Okay, there you go. Because I never watched
same
it.
show.
I found it offensive. Not really.
Yeah.
Just never watched it.
Hobby Time says, hi, Julian. I'm surprised, Gary, they haven't tried to say that Andy is having problems getting done a skit of, Andy, the one that was in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
And every time the carer's back's turned, he gets up and starts running around and stuff. I'm
Goes off the
surprised they
diving
haven't
board.
tried to use that like propaganda lately. Graham says, afternoon all, only 15 watching. Has John been singing again? We were discussing this before, and the view figures and things do seem to have dropped lately.
Yeah.
Julian, this
Blame
afternoon will
the
be spent
foreigner.
painting. Steady. Julian says, this afternoon will be spent painting a second coat on the tank. With luck, it'll look a tad better. Bit grotty after just one coat. Yeah, hopefully it'll be better. It'll come out all right, mate. See, every time you build a model, you improve just that little bit more. David says, I'll be working on my Rocaf T50B Black Eagle paint this afternoon. Nice.
Ooh, nice choice.
Wet Rose says, I think it's probably more the Women's Institute type woman who vomits every time she meets a person of colour. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. So not knowing the show, I never actually watched it. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of it, I
Well,
guess.
There's also the one where he's an airport worker, isn't he? And he does blackface and things.
Yeah, he plays the coffee. They did a series taking the mickey out of, when the airport, when the BBC's TV series that was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They did Come Fly With Me or something.
Yeah.
Which was very funny.
Yeah, they've been made to apologise for a lot of the stuff they did, haven't they?
So I'm looking at these hinges, right?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about them, to be honest.
Kevin says, good day, everyone, by the way.
Hi, Kevin. Go on, John.
I believe the shape of the hinge points, the top and bottom hinge points, I believe they can only be installed in the closed position because of the shape of the swivel points they go into, which are like semicircles, right?
Yeah.
Well, the hinge points themselves are semicircles.
Yeah.
So I think they can only be in the closed position unless you shave it and then you can sort of swing it open. But they won't swing open like as I say, the Tamiya kit.
Yeah.
Which I'll grab and show you what I mean.
I'm actually contemplating not putting them on at all.
Julian says, I used the Computer Says No sketch in an assignment on drone usage. It was relevant, honest. Well, that was supposed to be Mickey take out the DWP, wasn't it? The job centre and things.
Yeah.
Jim says, fascinating.
There you go.
Mr. Gary.
Right.
What? Oh, yeah.
Anyway, no, keep reading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's the inside of it, and so the back, the doors pop open like that.
Right.
So yeah, but these ones are designed to swivel. But the hinge points on the kit we're doing don't have the swivel points like that.
No, because on the rear doors they just have a. Oh, they have a. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim says, fascinating. Gary Evans' most recent comment doesn't show up on my screen. Strange. June says, reference to blackface thing, probably why Jim Davidson's sketches involving Chalky, his West Indian friend, will never be shown again. Yeah. That's exactly why. Oops. It's way too much paint. Never mind.
Now, I'm up to step. I won't do that. I'll paint the wood on the bottom of my stretcher first. After I get another glass of Margaret.
Julian says, I thought the computer says no thing was asking for a mortgage in a bank. Never watched the series, only seen that sketch on YouTube. There's a few different things. So it's like they did one where it was a bank, one where it was DWP, one where it
What
was
was
a
the travel agent? Sorry.
Yeah. It's all right. Don't be sorry. Joining in the conversation.
Because the travel agents
This
one,
is-
the woman goes in and says, I want a round the world cruise, first class, going for 9 months from between two dates for 150 quid. And he types it all in and he goes, computer said yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and he does that horrible clear in the throat / cough thing, doesn't he? Gary says, and a certain TV series involving a concert party in India in World War II. Yes, I got the box set.
Don't get me started on that.
I love
One of
that.
the best series ever.
Yeah.
Still in
I
the
love
first
the RAF
episode.
thing. You still not seen them?
No. No.
We need to do a watch party at some point, don't we?
Yeah.
Mayhap.
We'll have to do a watch party on the Discord at some point where we watch It Ain't Half Hot Mum. Jim says, question, does anyone keep with Squarish and or Chalky? Haven't seen those names in the chat for a long time. Yeah, Squarish, I see him, speak to him every week. He's really busy with work at the minute. He's up and down to London from Blackpool and everything. So he's rather busy. But he said he should be getting quieter soon, so he'll be able to watch in again.
Mm-hmm.
As for Chalky, Tiff and Sonic will be the ones to speak to about that. Julian says, Gary, I think they dropped the ball in S1 of that series, or Series 1, with a white actor played Black Ducks playing Indian. These days, that would be seen as taken. But that was the point. It was supposed to be taking a mick.
Yeah. And they would have kept him in had he not died in real life.
Yeah. But that was the whole point of that character.
Was he good in the role?
He was very good.
Yeah. But that's not allowed anymore. It doesn't matter if you're good at your job or not.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're right. Clearly.
Yeah, not a meritocracy anymore.
No.
No.
We are an offendedocracy.
What was that? Effendi?
I see where you're going with that. And
Hey?
yeah.
I translate.
Cheeky.
The word I find funny is Manuch. That's one of the Iraqis that we were working with taught me. Because when I was there, I decided to try and learn a bit of the language so that I can understand them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite funny because they'd be talking and arguing, and we'd be stood there watching them in the workshop. And the lads were like, "I wonder what they're saying," and I was able to like sort of translate generally what they were saying because I could understand and read the body language, interpret it a little bit better than what they could. So I was saying
I'd things like that guy over there would look better with a beard.
Gary says Michael Bates knew the mannerisms because he was raised in India. Yeah,
Michael Bates, that was him.
Yeah,
very good.
You know,
June said, "I understand Mikey."
Sorry, go on, Mikey.
Go on.
I said I've said this
June
before
said,
about. I've said it before about these series. When you look back and actually watch them, they were taking the mickey out of us, not the people they were portraying.
Oh,
yes,
I have no doubt.
And that's unfortunately the people who get offended don't understand that nuance. They don't have the brain capacity to understand nuance, so they don't get it. Same reason they don't understand dark humor.
Well, you have people nowadays whose profession is being offended. They're,
yes.
You know, they're professional offendees.
Well, the people that make money out of it, don't they?
Do they? Oh God, am I in the wrong?
Because they take police to court over it all the time. I think.
Oh, I could be offended if you like for a very small fee.
Tiff says Chalky is okay though. I don't speak to him anymore. I got a goodbye message the other day to say he's starting afresh with his new missus. Oh,
fair enough.
Okay.
Right. Oh, Christ.
Julian says, I thought it was Bentine, not Bates, Gary, or am I wrong? Which is entirely possible.
No, it was Michael Bates who played. Okay, bye.
Bye, Marion.
I'm going to be a while. Jane needs some bits.
Okay.
I've got to run some tablets and stuff.
Well,
okay.
That's Marion going off to tend to the sick and also go to her ladies' table thing.
Ah. Jim says, thanks, Tiff. Best wishes to Chalky. Jim says, oh, the lag.
You're having a lag.
Says, nope. Looked it up and it is Bates. As expected, I am wrong. Bless you, mate.
Yes, he unfortunately died before he could. I'm not sure whether he just did the first series, or it was the first two series that he did.
Yeah,
passed away. He was quite a prolific and well-known actor.
Yeah,
serious actor.
Well,
I think he was in. I think he was in most of them.
Let's have a look.
Because there's what in series 2 they move over to that different camp, don't they? In the jungle.
I'm just having a look.
And he's in that with a few of them.
It's only 58 when he died.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
57 actually.
The end scene's quite sad in it, isn't it? The final
when
episode.
they're all in having a beer and.
Well, they're all on the ship, aren't they? And the Wallers are there waving them off as the ship goes away.
Michael Bates served in World War II in Burma as a major in the Brigade of Gurkhas and was mentioned in dispatches in 1944.
Burma.
Wow.
So would
That's
people
no mean
be
feat.
offended with Andrew Sachs playing A Spanish man?
Probably. There's always someone to get offended by something.
Yeah, he was in It Ain't Our Fault Mum from 1974 to 1977.
Yeah.
But he was in a lot of films. He was in The Clockwork Orange, Battle of Britain. He was Warrant Officer Rob Warwick in Battle of Britain.
Ah.
Okay.
You know when she says, "Don't you shout at me, Mr. Warwick."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was Michael Bates.
Now,
Jim says Michael Bates was the prison guard in A Clockwork Orange. Yeah.
Yes.
there you go.
TBG's in. He says, "Hi everyone." Hello, TBG.
58. 58.
And Gary says he was also in an early series of Last of the Summer Wine. Nice.
I believe you might be right. Was he the? Yes, he was. He was Cyril Blaymire in 14 episodes.
Julian says Rangi Ram was written out of the series at the end of series 5, apparently without explanation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he died. He just.
Julian says, "Hi TBG," and Jim says Bates was also in the film The One That Got Away with Hardy Kruger.
There you go. It's all coming out now. You see,
Mm.
quite a distinguished actor.
Yes.
Oh.
TBG says, "Is the wine butler behaving, Gary?"
The wine butler.
Try the wine.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, douche, Benji.
Just muting for a second, chaps.
Okay, old boy.
Bloody hell.
So which way do these hinges go in then, John?
I reckon, as shown in the diagram. But the, yeah.
Yeah, but the diagram of gash, we've already established that.
No, that's right. But because the hinge point itself is flat at the rear end and half round on the forward end, I reckon the flat bit goes to the back and the half round bit goes forward. I've not put them on myself yet, though.
As I'm going to do the doors shut, I'm not going to put them on.
Okay. Well,
So,
you'd need it because they're highly visible when the doors are shut. As
Say
shown. Yeah. So as shown on that one, they'd be highly visible with the doors shut.
Okay.
okay, you sound so depressed then, Gary. You're like eel today. Gary says, "Wine butler, sommelier, you mean?" Surely. Sommelier. TBG says, "All hail Benji."
We do,
Hail
though.
Benji, yes. I'll hail Benji somewhere in a minute.
No animal
Joe
harm
says,
during the
"Hello,
making
Benji."
of the show.
Okay, so the long bits go into the door then. The long
Yeah.
ends.
Yes.
Cool. So that means the short side goes into the hull. Hobby Time says,
okay.
"Hi, James."
Step
Sorry, go on.
67.
Kevin?
Yeah, the rolled up stretcher.
Yes.
Where does that attach to?
It attaches to just
Very good.
underneath on the brackets at the side.
Yeah, but I can see one attachment point, which is a dingus in the middle.
But
Okay, let me just do that then. I'll just finagle it. How's that?
yeah.
I'm going to put them in, John.
Oh, you don't have to. It's your model.
No.
Oh, actually, you're right, John. It does go on that side. So it is a spare one.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it's opposite others.
So they carry 3 stretchers.
Well, yeah. Look, it looks like it.
No way, yeah.
I think once
rat
the
vein.
2 beds are full, they just throw out the lower rank.
Nope, you look to me like you're getting better. Get out.
I feel
The arms
happy.
magically.
I'm not dead yet. I'm getting better.
You sounded like Milo then. Off Royal Britannia.
Roll Britannia. Milo, yeah. I fell asleep listening to that last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I've got to rewind. Got to rewind it and listen to the best part of all of it again.
So where the hell does that go into? As the bishop said to the actress. Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, close enough. That'll do.
I mean, there's no logical place for it, is there? With the
there is.
contact.
I think the one point where it's showing the attachment is the the upper end or the square recess, and then what I'm finding is it sits very happily on the observation slots, hatches, ports.
There it'll be going then. Jim says Bates also played a very prim and proper police official in the 1960s series called Clough, or something close to that.
Wow.
CVG says sommelier, wine butler is easily spelt when pickled. True. CVG says hi, hobby time.
I've lost me brain.
Julian says Michael Bates was in 21 films and 6 TV series, died in January 1978, so guessing he was written out of it, ain't our fault, Mum, when he was unable to act anymore, not because he'd actually died yet. There we go.
Yeah.
Dieter says that is some expensive condiment TBG. And Julian says sommelier. That explains the odor. Oh, sommelier. Julian. Very droll. Oh, come on, brain.
H11, H12. Right. Those 2.
Okay, so that's... Right, don't need that. So... I think I'm going to try and do it with the doors open,
Okay.
Make it so, number
Except
one.
from that. Yeah. So try that. Now that works.
you remember me talking yesterday on the Discord, Mikey, about rollers for terrain?
Yeah.
I found some 3D print files for them.
Nice. Oh, there you go. They do hinge.
Oh, they do show us.
Sorry. Look.
Oh, but I mean, the doors themselves.
Yeah, once the doors are on, they've got to be on the hinges
The
first.
doors have a little recess that it attaches to.
Sits them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be right. Maybe. Oh, so maybe mine aren't meant to be double hinged on that one.
New. H34.
Maybe they're just meant to.
See you later, Julian. He's got to go. Kara's there and lunch.
All right, but
The dog will be patrolling with a bowl in his paw later on. Jim says, "Be seeing you, Julian."
and now Julian's gone. The viewers have just gone up, which is weird. Not that it's a reflection of Julian at all.
No. No, 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 and thrice no. Right, let's give that one more.
Okay. Right. And David says, "Bye, Julian." Goodbye, Julian.
Goodbye. Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm not allowed to sing the Bear in the Big Blue House sort of tune, am I?
No, because we're not 5 years old. We just left it. Dieter says, playing some Pink Floyd. Apparently, Dieter's playing some Pink Floyd.
Oh,
Now, is that you or the band?
what's he listening to? Which one?
The one with the music on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that looks all right. I like that.
Doors?
Yeah, with the doors open. Looks pretty cool.
Lovely jubbly.
Jim says, "What album, Dieter?" Dieter says, "Pulse, The Wall." And then YouTube.
Okay.
Jim says, "My personal favourite Pink Floyd record is Animals."
Ah, it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah. Dieter also says, "If I be playing music in the office, I think I get fired on the spot." Yeah. And Waitrose says, "Pink Floyd got together at the Polytechnic I attended some years before me, sadly." There we go. Claim to fame.
There we go.
I am considering.
You're considering?
Whether to change my idea of having the engine exposed or not.
Why? What's making you change?
I don't know. I
mind?
used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Just don't like the look of it.
I could weather the crap out the engine bay. I could leave my options open by doing it anyway, and deciding on the door situation later. Oh, who wants me now?
It's probably Benjing texting you to say you haven't fed me for a while.
Hey, it's kind of like dinner time, buddy. Just saying. Dieter says, "Run Like Hell" plays now. There we go.
All right.
Alrighty then.
So that's probably
Righty then.
favorites. I don't know. Yeah, they're up there. I mean, I can't really decide. But my first Pink Floyd album I found and loved was The Wall, so that always has a soft spot for me. But Animals is so good. In fact, they all are. It's very, very hard to decide.
Did you say that the folded up stretcher went on the driver's side?
Yes,
Yes.
as shown here.
I see. Said that. Ah, yes. Now, alles klar.
Yeah.
Klar, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where did that bits ping to?
Graham says, "Oh well, back to work. Have a good day, everyone." Have a good day, Graham.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Cheers, Gray.
Jim says, according to what I read,
You?
Pink Floyd created the band name from two US-born bluesmen, Pink Council and Floyd Anderson. Too bad Julian wasn't here to check that. Jim says, "Be seen you, Graham." David says, "My son was married to the niece of Mick Mason."
Oh. There you go.
Dieter, take good care of yourselves, Graham and Julian.
John, can you show me that bit again, mate? That bit you just
Yeah.
showed me.
So the stretcher, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. So I've got it in the instructions. Step 67. It's showing the arrow in the middle here is going in the upper bit of two sort of squares on the driver's side.
Yeah.
All right. And there's no other attachment point evident. However, they do sit flush on the vision ports.
Right. Okie dokie. Thank you very much, Lee.
That's a bit of paint there. There we go. So I need to repaint that and get some wood grain happening. Oh, look at that.
Well, they do, don't they? Just sit there like that.
Like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. Is
Like this? Do that.
Just like that. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Gary says,
Gotta
"Gotta go, chaps. Appointment with my barber for an estimate." Ooh.
Lovely.
Is Gary getting a short back and sides?
Mayhap.
What's the betting he's going to one of those Turkish barbers or something where they do the towel around the face and like straight razor shaving and everything?
Well, he's got to look his best for tonight, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. But surely his butler could have done it.
The butler done
Didn't his butler have Thursday afternoons off?
Ah, true.
Against the wind.
Stick, you bastard.
Against the wind.
John.
Oh,
Not guilty, my lad.
For once, correct.
But I would like 87 other incidents taken into consideration.
Deeth says, with a supplement for singing whilst shaving. Yes. David says, bye, Gary, take care. And Deeth says, see you this evening, Mr. Waitrose.
Yes. Time for a Werther's
Oops.
original.
and now a message from the Swedish Prime Minister.
And now for something completely different.
Stop it. It's getting silly.
TVG says, Waitrose has men in waiting for that. Lord of Hair, perhaps? Yeah. Hair apparent? Or hair presumptive, depending on how old they are. Ooh, 15 minutes left.
Crazy.
Yeah, and tomorrow we've got the Model T build. These
Yeah.
weeks are going fast.
Oh, you're not wrong. I mean, yeah. Oh, and the MiG-23 is coming along nicely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good. You finally got over it then.
Well, very nearly fell into that. I don't want to build anything Russian or, you know. No, I'm pushing through it because I'm enjoying the kit, and as you say, yeah. But it very nearly stopped again.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's just silly.
No,
It's not going to benefit anyone other than
yes, it will.
nothing.
I'll have a rant when we go off air.
Mm-hmm.
So I reckon I'm just about the stage where the top hull meets the bottom. So the stanchion H11, H12, the upper stretcher supports in 67. They'll paint H or N? What are they?
Sorry?
German grey or
Yeah.
middle stone? Oh, fair enough. Okay.
That hasn't stuck at all.
Okay. I shall paint that presently. So for my German grey, I don't use German grey.
Usually pink.
I use engine grey.
Hmm.
I think it's a nicer, more accurate colour showing here.
Hmm.
Oh, I couldn't work out registration for this when I was building this one. Like, what numbers will I put it on? And Bron said, well, use the first three numbers of your service number. So I did. A327410.
Yeah, I come over fine.
I think you never forget your service number.
No, but we hadn't used them. We replaced them with PM Keys numbers back in about 2000 or so. So it doesn't matter if I say it on air. I do like the look of a Hanamag, though. I mean, it's pretty bloody cool.
Yeah. I've actually got another Hanamag kit. I think it's
There was a
Tamiya
mail
one.
call today. Kit arrived in the
Ooh.
mail. I'll show you it,
Ooh.
because it'll be seen again on Sunday, I can assure you. But changing camera, this is it here. Oh, is it? No, because I hit the wrong button. Try it now.
That is still a cutting mat. Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
The Bristol Fighter.
Yes, yes. Isn't that wonderful?
Nice.
A beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a big plane too.
Beautiful thing to behold.
Yeah. What planes have we done on this so far?
Fokker.
We've done
The Fokker
Fokker
D7 and the Spitfire
and the
Mark
Spitfire.
9-30.
I suppose that means we've got to go for a jet next, don't we?
Yeah.
God. I don't know.
Maybe. I did
But
quite. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I did actually quite enjoy doing the Spitfire.
But seeing as I haven't bought my competition kit or the next 3 veterans build kit yet.
Yeah. Oh, we've got the next few builds planned, so don't worry about that. It won't be anytime soon. Jim says, I'm confused, which isn't hard to do. What's the difference between German grey and Panzer grey? Different shades, different amount of green.
I wouldn't have a clue, actually. Don't know. I'm not a clanky expert, I must admit. Contrary to popular belief, I don't know about all
Probably all
things.
comes down to what paint was available at the time.
German grey was what was used on the uniforms.
Ah.
Panzer grey is for the tanks, hence Panzer.
Oh, you're an insightful man.
No, it's just common sense.
Common sense? We'll have none of that
Makes
talk
sense.
round here.
Makes sense if you think about it.
How dare you? Common sense. I'm at the NEC at the end of this month.
Are you?
For 3 days.
3 days with Steph at James.
3 days
Oh, you
with
lucky.
Skippers, Mayfield and Keithley. Oh
Yeah.
dear. I'll never survive.
We've got an NEC down the road from us, the Newcastle Entertainment Centre.
Ben, shut up, mate. You've been pretty good so far. You start now.
Tiff says, I got my competition kit, went to Lidl the other day, and they had a few kits on the shelf, which I suspect is leftover stock. Yeah, most likely.
I have got my £5 Hobbycraft birthday voucher.
Oh, well, there you go.
Get every year. So I could talk Marion into taking me up to Hobbycraft and buying my said
TBG says field grey is for the uniform, German Panzer grey is for weathering. Oops. Mr. Charles, then he says it's a grey area.
Hello, Mr. Childs.
Jim says, Malcolm, smiley face, thumbs up.
The Grand Fromage.
Yes.
How's that doing?
And how is Le Grand Fromage today?
I would expect he's very well.
Well, he might not be. We don't know, do we? I suspect he's very busy because he's always busy.
Malcolm is perpetually busy.
Yes.
But the man is fueled by hobnob biscuits.
And copious amounts of coffee. Or tea, whichever one floats his boat.
I don't know, because according to Skiffins, they don't put the kettle on down at headquarters.
Wow.
Yeah, gasp.
Unless
How can you
you're
not-
unless you're a certain Mr. Al Murray.
Yes. Tiffy says, hello, Malcolm. Yeah, he was there the other day, wasn't he?
Popped in.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He popped in to drop some
He had a
kits off
show
and have a chat with Malcolm.
close by, and he
Wonderful.
popped in to see Malcolm.
Yeah. Tiff says they eat hobnobs without a cuppa.
You gasp.
Malcolm says, hello, dudes. I'm good, thank you. Took in new furniture from Model for Heroes headquarters. Been making new posters and sending out magnifiers and rechaining the kettle back in its cage. New posters, eh? Ooh.
Good for you, Malcolm.
He's been sending out magnifiers. I bet you wish you were still a beneficiary now, Gary.
No, it was my decision to move across to the volunteer side, so it's not something I regret. I enjoy what I do.
Gary, you know you're now Chair Force Hobbies.
Yes. Well, I will be when I do something.
Yes. Are you setting up a Facebook page for it?
I don't know yet.
Because that means that when I make posts, I can tag you in them as well as John. Because I can't, because mine's a business class as a business page. It won't let me tag individuals. I can only tag other pages or businesses.
I don't.
Okay.
Right, I'll give it some thought. I'll give it some thought.
You too could be an influencer.
Hi guys.
Just like Mr. Marley.
Well, I can send you some black gloves and a tweed jacket if you like.
I have recorded the intro to the channel. I've just got to edit it and do some signed work and an actual intro to the intro, if you see what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to get some new software at the minute because CapCut has started running really slow on my computer and it's not letting me change the fonts or anything on words that put on the screen.
Uh-huh.
It's saying that I've reached the maximum amount that you can download, but even though it's not even letting me the ones I've downloaded, which is annoying. So basically, it's buggered itself up.
Well,
Yeah.
sounds
So
like IT to me.
Yeah, I might have to start a new account on it or something. Malcolm says Gary is more of an influencer than an influencer.
Yeah. I quite agree with that.
We'll have to get Malcolm back up on here, modelling with us one day, on a Monday or something.
Yeah, Monday's his busy day, though.
Yeah.
Monday's the day when all the
Well, maybe
boxes go
Friday.
out. And
Yeah.
that's
very
not
true.
when he's getting, we'd have to fit in around all his visits from all the celebrities that visit in.
Okay. We nearly.
We're nearly there.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go.
Yes. Oh, wait. Oh. looking good though, aren't
Yeah,
The thingy. Hmm.
I haven't seemed to have got as much done today as I would have hoped to have done.
No, but this is the thing. So this build has always, and the shower tank, the Kugelpans I'm finding is because there's so much detail on there. I think in 2 hours I'll achieve this much, and it's nowhere near it because what is there takes a while. But totally
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Very much.
Totally agree. Totally agree, old boy.
I think this is going to fit.
Which bit?
The top half to the bottom half.
Oh, there's a comment on screen. I'll do it in an Australian accent. Like any other influencer, I can't walk into this room without drawing attention to myself. Hi.
He's not wrong, is he?
Gonna pass?
John.
Of course, Australians don't have an accent.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't. No, I didn't mean Paul's bastard. I tried to squash a cricket that was jumping across my garage.
They got married in between.
No, John was fighting with the wildlife again.
They said "I do" as Paul came out and followed by you.
Wood grain. There we are. Wood grain.
I do.
I'm singing again. How long? Oh,
How long?
2 minutes.
Bloody hell. All right, then. That's us.
It's a bit of a personal question. Jim says, "Hello, Paul."
Yes, hello, Paul. Welcome. What part of Australia are you in this week? Perth again?
No, he's at home this week.
At home this week?
Yes.
Wow.
My goodness.
Uncharacteristically. He's telling me how busy he was earlier today. We had a phone call. And yeah, he's been very busy. Busy man.
I think that radiator is fouling this after all, John.
Yeah, I found that.
Seems to be if you
just a little bit in the corner.
If you look at it from the front, it seems to be as you're looking at it on the left-hand side.
Okay. So I shaved mine down quite a lot.
Yeah, I think I might take a
chunk out of it.
If I do, I'm doing. If I do, I'm going to do the engine cover doors closed.
You won't see that end anyway because it's underneath.
Yeah, well, that's true, but I'll take a Dremel to it later.
Yeah. Jim says, "Good show, mate. See you all tomorrow. Same bat, same time, same bat channel."
Holy, Batman.
Again tomorrow.
Paul says, Perth next week, Gary.
Perth next week.
Sounds
Back
like
in
an
the
invite to me, Gary.
Business Lounge.
David says, "Thanks for entertaining us again, guys. Enjoy your weekend. We're back tomorrow."
Back tomorrow.
Don't rise off just yet.
Model T.
Don't rise off just yet.
Paul says, "Hi, Jim. Bye, Jim."
Hey, Jim. Bye, Jim. Dieter, it was a wonderful stream. Thank you, mates. You're welcome.
It was a pleasure. Yes, I'm coming in a minute. Just behave.
Sounds like me, okay. Do you want to read that one, Gary?
Hagrid says, "Now looking for Margarita
Daiquiri?
Daiquiril. It says, wait, why is everyone laughing?
Margarita Daiquiri.
Anyone he says also says, anyone found me Amanda Love? God. Oh, is there any end to this nonsense?
No, apparently not. Right. Dieter says, why is everyone on the floor laughing my ass off? Dieter, oh, wait, right. Jim, be seeing Paul Marley. David, unfortunately, I can't be here tomorrow. Good luck. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So what I'm going to do off screen in between now and next week
Yes.
is put the bottom of the hull, attach it to the top hull. So that involves dropping in that stretcher on that side up there above the bottom one, like that.
Yeah.
And that's it, pretty much. Put in the hinge points for the rear doors, but basically top will go onto bottom, like that. So this is what it'll look like at the start of next week. And next week we can do something completely different and go on to the suspension and wheels.
Okay, so you want to go up to stage 71?
Yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys reckon? Like if we finish page, like, because where I am is 69, putting the top hull onto the bottom chassis.
Yeah, I've just got paint.
And so if that's done, then the rest of it goes on to other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will do the same, John, but it's going to take a little bit of
finagling.
Work with a Dremel.
I don't think you'll miss much of that going on to that. It's basically covering up all the good work that you see in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be seen if you hold it in certain directions, but
yeah,
it's going to, it's not going to be that interesting dropping that onto that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll finish off at step 71.
Then so finishing the top interior, moving on to external lower suspension and wheels.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. There's 4 pages left. We've done 14.
Wow.
It's moving along.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Got 3 pages left. Joe says, it was fun. Take care, guys. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Need to get blood work done for doctor's appointment next week.
Oh, good luck with that, Joe. And thanks for joining again.
Yeah.
As
Wonderful shit.
Oh, totally enjoyable. Just as I said before, this kit is ticking every box for me. It's just it's a good level of detail, and nothing is too difficult.
Yeah, I mean, my one criticism is the instructions. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to see where they want you to put parts, but then again, there are so many parts to this.
Yeah,
you can see why.
Yeah. Right. So we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the Model T build with Mr. Evans.
Model T build. Yeah.
So we shall
head off. Answer that phone call.
Yeah. While Steve does that, we will head off and say goodbye. So see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.